All right, in this video, we're going to take a look at an individual limit. To work out this limit, I am going to use this limit, the limit as x approaches 0 of x over sine x equaling 1. If you're in a Calc 1 class, you probably have proved that this limit equals 1 early on in the semester. And so once you have proved that and justified that you know that that limit is 1, then usually you will be allowed to use that in your other limit problems as you work them out. Now, a pretty common way to work out limit problems is algebraic manipulation. Okay, so I'm going to take a look at this, and it may not be completely intuitive to start with, but up here at the top in this numerator, I've got a greatest common factor of x. So I'm going to use the algebra technique of just factoring to factor out that greatest common factor there in the numerator. All right, now when I do that, I've got the limit then of x approaching 0. Factoring out that x on top, I'll have an x and then a 1 plus cosine x. All right, that will be then all over the sine x. And I'm going to go ahead and put a dot in there times the cosine x. All right, because that's going to lend itself to the next step that we're going to do. I have a fraction right here. I'm taking the limit of this fraction. And when I do that, a pretty common algebraic technique would be to see if I could take this fraction, break it up so that I have two fractions multiplied together, which is equivalent to that. It's an algebraic notation. Now, I know that x over sine x over here is going to be equal to 1. Well, I can see that there, right there, is an x over sine x. So that's how I'm going to choose to break this up. I'm going to have the limit as x approaches 0. I'm going to throw in some square brackets here just to show what we are multiplying. We'll have our x over our sine x times then everything else that's left. So the 1 plus cosine x is going to be there in that top, and then the cosine x there in the bottom. All right, now if you want to double check to make sure that you are right, take these two fractions, multiply across the top, multiply across the bottom. You should then be able to go backwards back up to this step, and they should be equivalent. That way you know your algebra step has been done correctly. Now at this point we can take advantage of our properties of limit, and I can take the limits of both of these individually. So I'm going to go ahead and write that step, the limit as x approaches 0 of x over sine x, and multiplied by then the limit as x approaches 0 of a 1 plus a cosine x, and then all over a cosine x. All right, so this one right here, all right, from something that we've already proved earlier in the course, we know that that now has a value of 1, so that makes that part very easy. Okay, now over here, I can no longer do any more algebra manipulation, so at that point then, I am ready for a direct substitution and see what that produces. So then I'm going to have a 1 plus, plugging in 0, of cosine of 0 all over another cosine of 0 there on the bottom. Hopefully you have cosine of 0 memorized as being 1. All right, that would be from a prerequisite in a trig course. So then if there's a 1 right here, 1 plus 1 is going to give me a 2 over 1 times 1, give me an overall limit there of a 2. Definitely thanks for watching. If the videos are helping, share with your friends so they can benefit too. And then don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks.